Hey there, welcome back to High Infidelity, the best channel for cheating stories. Like and subscribe to channel for more spicy stories. Now, let's get into today's story video. Just found out my wife cheated after 21 years of marriage. Don't know what to do next. I've been unwell for 3 days and haven't slept. Please bear with me since I seldom use social media. My wife, 46 female, and I, 48 male, have been married 21 years, together 23 years, and have a 22-year-old kid. We've been experiencing some issues for the last year or so, and she's shown very little closeness or love in recent months. Unfortunately, I travel frequently for work, but I've recently tried to make things better by taking time off and making an extra effort to engage her, give her back rubs, hugs, and affection, but she just became more and more distant, eventually turning me down the last couple of times I tried to initiate. In the first 20 years of our marriage, she has never turned me down for any kind of intimacy. I've also been suspicious since she never puts her phone down and keeps it hidden. I eventually have the courage to check the phone bill, and lo and behold, she's been calling and messaging numbers I don't know. There are thousands of messages dating back to last year, sent at all hours of the day and night, even on vacations. I felt something was up when I saw this, so I sat her down and challenged her about it. She said it was purely an emotional affair with no physical contact, only talks and flirtation. This person comes into her office on a daily basis, but I've never met him. I was saddened, but I thought there had to be more to it, so I looked into it. He seems to be using various phone numbers to accomplish this, but after some careful investigation, I discovered his identity, social media, job title, assistant veterinarian, and some other facts. After a few days, I confronted her with all I had discovered, and she denied until I threatened to go public. She finally acknowledged it was a physical affair that had been going on for quite some time, at least 6 months. She said she only had physical contact with him once, but when I questioned her for specifics, she couldn't recall when it happened. Right. After her gaslighting and lying to me for so long, I can't believe it occurred only once. Oh my God, what a jerk I've been. This is absolutely a deal breaker for me. We had what I believed was a wonderful marriage until lately, but who knows how long she has been tampering with us. We agreed to split and work on ourselves at first, but when she confessed to having with him, when questioned a few days later, I told her we needed to divorce. We have no small children and no substantial assets. She's had serious medical concerns, so we sold everything we'd worked hard for to pay for doctors and therapy. So the divorce procedure is very straightforward here. She has agreed to leave this week and wants to live with a single friend with children and sleep on her sofa. She claims the new man has 4 roommates, so she won't be living with him, but I don't believe her anymore. I'm at a loss on what to do next. Because we've been together for almost all of our adult lives, the pain and betrayal has left me extremely broken up. I'm genuinely mourning the marriage, and I hope we'd be able to work through it, but there's no turning back now. I'm very close to my son, and he is outraged that she has been cheating on him, but he clearly still loves his mother. This is where I could really benefit from some guidance. I really want to blow this thing up and tell our family and friends why we're breaking up. She is frightened that I will make everything public and has pleaded with me not to since it may ruin his life. And he's a lovely man, except for wrecking marriages in his spare time. I know where he works and I'm considering informing others in his life about what is going on since he has completely wrecked my marriage and my life. My kid wants me to simply terminate things with her and not make a big deal out of it. He claims that if I go public about their adultery, I would be lowering myself to that level. But this has damaged my heart as well as our marriage, and I am becoming more enraged. Should I go public with them? Anyone have any suggestions on how I should go about this? Or are there any resources that might assist me in resolving this? How will I ever be able to trust again? Sorry for the lengthy, meandering post. I'm feeling a little out of it, to be honest. Thank you ahead of time. Edit. Right now, my kid is my first priority. He has just ended his relationship with his first love, who cheated, so the timing is terrible. I want to follow his desires, but I've decided that at the least I'll inform our close friends and family, which will annoy my son, but after this treachery, I'm not going to allow her the opportunity to just conceal her acts and brush it all under the rug. I too feel the need to out my wife in order to keep some self-respect, and it's a lesson I hope my kid learns as well. Nothing he or I did could ever justify this betrayal of our family. I requested her to kindly simply pack her belongings and go. She accepted and would leave today. Also, We are just filing a joint petition for divorce. We have no assets other than some medical bills, which we will divide, so there is nothing else to argue over. There will be no alimony or child support. I have the divorce papers completed and notarized and will file on Monday. Edit #2. Following some angry PM, I booted her out of the home 6 days ago and informed both of our family and friends. She is allegedly living on the sofa of a friend and using her address. It doesn't really matter to me anymore since I'm just concerned with myself and my immediate family. I'm leaving a forwarding address since I'm relocating to a new apartment in 10 days. If I approach the man, there's a strong possibility I'll wind up in prison. So we're focusing on the future. Thank you again to everyone who commented or messaged me with nice and encouraging remarks. Story 2. Me, 29 male, with my wife, 25 female, of 3.5 years, cheated on me and our 2-year-old son. I've always been there for my wife and kid. My wife hasn't worked a single day since I met her. She began as a housewife and cared for our kid for a while. We then enrolled him in daycare when he was 1. She went to school for around 3 months, but didn't do anything else until today, when she began a new job. We relocated to a new state 3 weeks ago. After we were largely moved and situated there, searching for job, etc., she became unhappy and began sleeping in our room while I took care of everything. I performed all of the cooking and cleaning, but it didn't bother me too much since I needed to spend a lot of time with my child. We continued to be quite busy in bed, having at least 5 days a week. She had inquired about having it with another lady in the past, but due to her possessive personality, the notion was never pursued. She brought it up again 2 weeks ago, and although I liked the concept, I didn't believe it would go anywhere. She began provoking conflicts with me and eventually confessed to me that she had cheated on me. She informed me 2 nights earlier at a very late hour. She cheated on me 5 days ago with another guy she met online after her job interview. She was careful and meticulously prepared their encounter. They must have communicated for a few days before it. She said that she enjoyed all of the attention she was receiving. She said that this was her first time cheating and that she regrets it. She wants to be with me and restore our relationship, and she is willing to go to any length. She has always understood that trust is the most essential thing to me, and I can't picture ever trusting her again. I'm not sure I want to keep our relationship going. We are still living under the same roof as of today. The only person I told about it was a close buddy whose wife had cheated on him. We spent most of our money relocating here and can't afford to live anywhere else. We don't have many friends here, and the closest family is 2 hours distant. We can't legally be separated or divorced until we have a place to live. 91 days as per the lawyer I talked to. I'm not sure how things would have turned out if we hadn't had a kid, but all I could think was, try to be logical. Don't do or say anything dumb. We have a 2-year-old. Needless to say, I'm perplexed. I don't have much of an appetite and would rather get lost in a bottle. I definitely tried pot, thanks Colorado, but I can't risk it since I don't have a job yet. I feel completely deceived. Quick update. I just put my child to bed and she went to chat, so I ignored her and walked to the other bedroom. I can hear her drinking and singing a little bit. She walks into chat and I tell her I don't want to, so she walks out. He returns a minute later nude. I can't believe she thought that would be okay while out for a stroll now. Update 2. I messed up last night by going to a pub and drinking. Apart from her leaving me messages, nothing noteworthy occurred, most then eventually giving up. She is now at work and my child is quiet, so I have time to respond and discuss more. Thank you everyone for your suggestions. I'm taking the good and the bad and trying to see the big picture. I have sufficient proof to show infidelity. So, I spoke too soon about my son giving me a break. I'll return later.